I'm just being real. Yo, I'm learning. Love is no joke. Love is no game, boy. I'm telling you. God bless. Why am I saying that? Well, Mr. Will Smith had a grudge and a little itty bitty, what you call so-called beef agenda, or didn't like Tupac, period, around Jada. Once he was around Jada and they started, I guess, seeing each other. But what I think Will Smith didn't understand at the time is that the bondage that Tupac and Jada Pinkett had, I don't care what you do, you can never break that bondage. If Tupac and Jada Pinkett were right now face to face, I think Jada will leave with Tupac. No doubts about it. Will Smith, I don't take anything away from you. I think you're a sensational actor. One thing that I can probably say about you giving that interview and saying that you just ain't wanted him around, you know what I'm saying? You didn't want Jada to be caught up with him or even seen with him or even chilling with him. I mean, don't you understand sometimes that a bondage like that, it will never be broken even if they're not face to face. Even if they're not together, when she closes her eyes, she can still think about him and dream about him. She still has the same feeling and the same love that she did as day one. You know Will Smith, they go way back. I'm talking about Oakland times. They went to art school together. Both of their mothers, you know what I'm saying, were caught up on some shit that I don't even want to talk about. People that know about Tupac mom's story, Jada Pinkett mom's story, they know what I'm talking about. You see, every time Jada was around Tupac, you saw a glow in her eye. A beautiful glow that she doesn't have today. When you see Jada Pinkett, you see that she's like worn out of so much stress and so much guilt and so much things that she knows if Pac was here, she wouldn't be doing. I put that on everything. I believe Pac had a way with Jada that Jada would listen. She would listen to a point that the bond was too strong. Just like in the movie they try to perpetrate, you know what I'm saying, like they bond wasn't all that. Bruh, if you saw these two in real life, you'd be like, you don't think there was a couple. You would think, damn, is that how much love they have for each other? Yeah, believe it. She was like a therapy and just a different kind of a world for him. You know what I'm saying? Like she wasn't from this planet. Every time he got around her, it's like all his problem, his drama, everything just went away. Look at her eyes in this picture. Look at her smile. I mean, the relationship that they had was so real that Pac never lied to her and she never lied to Pac. They always kept it so real with each other. And no matter what anybody says, years can pass by. And I'm talking about 23 and a half years. Look at her eyes in this picture. You see what I'm talking about? That's a different glow to her when you look at her now. Like, there's some things that she know that Pac would have never agreed with her if he was still around the picture, you know what I'm saying, and he was vibing and chilling with her. He would have gone in her shit and let her know what the fuck is you doing. And even though she know what Pac was all about, even though she knew that Pac was out there going through so many problems, you know what I'm saying, they're putting fake charges on him, they're trying to put him in prison, they're trying to kill him. I mean, he had to fake his life. So she understands and she understood everything that this man was going through. And all she did was just be there for him as she knew how to. So I asked myself this, and I also repeat it to Will Smith. Sometimes when you have a bondage that big, like you feel like you should have with your wife because she is your wife, and I do agree with you on that part. But sometimes when you have that type of bondage with a person that you know that sooner or later was going to have to fake his death, disappear, or not even be around you because even her life would have been in danger, that hurts to the core. And I'm telling you, they go way back. This is a different world. Y'all remember a different world? They go so way back. It was like me wearing my Kango, my Reebok suit with my Kango hat and grab my boom box and go out there to Harlem or 125th and watch all my people's break dancing when break dancing was the shit. Nobody, I don't even care if another woman falls in love with you. If you had a bondage with somebody like that, you will forever be grateful of that relationship. You will forever be in tune with yourself and to know, okay, this is what she taught me. This is what she will want me to do. She will want me to be real. She will want me to be loyal. She will want me to be, straight up face to face. Even if the person likes it or not. That's the bondage that they had. There was no lie in these two. And that's the type of bondage every man should have. Like, seriously. When are we going to learn, bro? And that's why, man, I'm just not having that no more in my life. I'm not going backwards no more in my life because every time a person does wrong, all you're doing is going backwards. You're not going forward. You're not being a leader. You're being a coward. You see, there's so much that you can do so much better instead of just, being egotistically lying and cheating and playing. Today is Friday, if I'm not mistaken. Why am I going to go out there and do wrong? Why am I going to go out there and prove the devil right and let him keep captive of my soul? No. If a person really wants to change and define what's a bond and what's love, stick with your truth. Be real. Don't change that. You see, you can't go back and forth making those stories and making excuses because that person's going to get tired. That person's going to get fed up. And even if you change it and the person still is fed up or is getting fed up, it's because they got tired. They got tired of believing in you and you just there just making a fool out of yourself. Well, a real queen is not going to make a fool out of herself. That's a beautiful bondage, bruh. I don't want to bring no bad, example or even disrespect any relationship that's going through it now. Or if you're dealing with somebody, but you still got somebody from the past in your mind. No, I'm not trying to disrespect that or anything because every relationship is different from the other. You know what I'm saying? There's different perspectives. There's different issues. There's different manners into the perspective. I don't know. But Will Smith, once again, I'll tell you, when you have a bondage that big and you are connected that well, even not seeing each other after 20-something years, you're just going to have to let it go and let it be. Your wife loves you, and I know she does, Will Smith. She loves you. Ain't no doubt about it. She's been with you for so long. She's giving you, kids. God bless them all, you know what I'm saying? And I see that you love your kids, but sometimes you take it just a little too far. I'm not going to lie to you, Will Smith. I understand that's you, that's what you do or whatever, but sometimes you take it way too far, my homie. I'm just going to keep it 100. But you see, once again, look at this picture. You can see the glow in her eyes. Look at that smile. It's something about Pac that just made her so happy, and it made her feel so good. And at the same time, she knew she wasn't messing with no buster. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that was going to take advantage of her or disrespect her. And I'm going to tell you why in a second. You'll see. Tupac wrote poetry about her. He wrote her letters. of how he felt about her, how much she meant to him, and everything to that category, to that, you know what I'm saying, perspective. So, Will, I ask myself this: do you think, and I ask you as well, do you think if Pac was alive, that she'll be with you? Ask yourself that question. Give me your perspective and how it would be if Pac was still around. Do you think that you would have prevented Jada from seeing him? I think she would have never allowed you to do that. Never. And the reason why, the bondage that they had. I'm going to repeat that to you again. The bondage was amazing, bruh. I don't care what nobody says. And this is another reason why. Look what the letter says. Dear Tupac, I know you're alive someplace. I think that my mommy really misses you. Can you please come back? Can you come back so mommy and me can be happy? I wish you were here. I really do. Love, Willow. Read it. It's right there. That's one of Will Smith's kids, Willow, writing to Pac saying, please come back. I know you're alive somewhere. Listen. And this letter was recently. This letter wasn't yesterday. A couple years ago. It was just recently. Y'all tell me what y'all think, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all give me your comments and let me know what y'all think. You can't break real bondage and love like that. Every king should have that, like a queen.